But when we go back to residential, I think you brought up a very interesting point is it's a slow burn, right?
Hmm.
It's not an event. And
Yes.
I certainly it would be inaccurate not to identify the lending standards today versus 2006, right? You just
Right.
highlighted you did a deal with 100% leverage. Those deals aren't getting done and haven't been getting
Right.
done, right? You couldn't do that today. So
Right.
the underwriting is very different. Neg am loans are frankly illegal now, and they were.
Yes.
I mean, so there are some sins that were committed last time that weren't committed this time. So net,
Right.
good thing.
Yes.
The other thing that I think is very interesting, and you just highlighted it, and I think a lot of people are missing it. Shelter is the third thing and what is it? Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? Water, food, shelter. And if you look at the shelter component, again, right or wrong, the effective interest rate along all mortgages is 3.6%. If you add in the 30+% that are owned free and clear, the effective interest rate is, something in the twos when you blend
Right.
that all together, right? And so when I look at this, and I agree with you, I think the consumer is stretched. I don't think the consumer is nearly as strong as some of the data is. We get retail sales tomorrow, so I think we'll have a better view. Credit card
Right.
balances are over $1 trillion for the first time. Credit card delinquencies are spiking. Car delinquencies are
Yes.
spiking. So not a lot of good there. But when you're a
Right.
family and you're sitting at the kitchen table and you're like, what are we not going to pay? Because again, I got to remind folks, this is a memory I have. I think I was 10 or 11. I go into our kitchen. My mom is sitting at the table and she's looking at envelopes of different colors. Because back in the 80s, when you were delinquent, you would get different colors. Like, I don't remember what they were. Like pink is the first time, yellow the next time, or whatever the colors were. I remember it is vivid today as 30 or 40 years ago. There are people making those decisions today. So when you think about it, I think credit cards are the easiest thing to go up. We're not paying that one. Then it's car loans, and then it's shelter. And again, assuming you're the predominant person out there and you didn't just buy in the last 7 seconds, your effective interest rate's in the threes. You got to live somewhere. You have family, maybe you get room. I mean, there's unemployment. Unemployment's going to pay folks enough to probably pay their mortgage if you got it in 2020 or 21
Right.
or 2020 and 2021. So when I look at the residential space, yes, delinquencies will go up because they have to from an all-time low. They are still below historical averages, which coincidentally
Yes.
nobody talks about.
Way below.
Yeah, I just don't see. I think there will be so many signs coming. And oh, by the way, the biggest elephant in the room, mortgage lenders have learned that foreclosing on everybody is bad. Extending and pretending via forbearance is good. So if we got to a
Yes.
time where delinquencies tripled, quadrupled, quintupled, you don't think they would just roll out that 90-day, forbearance period again? Come on, really? Are we not going to pretend that that's what they're going to do? So
Right.
those are kind of my thoughts when I look at all of this.